Hello. So in yesterday's video, we got this result here that the modulus of cosec x has a derivative of negative cos x times the modulus of cosec x. Something I didn't mention was this domain in which this derivative holds true. So the set of values in which this derivative is true for. So the key thing is, in order for this derivative to exist, we need cosec of x not to be equal to 0, because obviously when we differentiate the modulus of 0, that is not defined. So we need this not to be 0. And we also need cosec x to be defined, because otherwise, if this is not defined, then of course this modulus of cosec x won't be defined. So first of all, let's think about this first point. So if cosec of x is not equal to 0, so which values of x can give rise to a cosec x value equal to 0? Well, if we just assume that cosec x equals 0, then what does that mean? Well, that means that 1 over sine x equals 0. But this is impossible. This is impossible because 1 divided by any number will never equal 0. So it's impossible for this to be true. So there are no x values in which cosec x equals 0. So that's fine with that bit. We don't need to worry about this first point here. So we can tick that off. This second point here, so cosec x has to be defined. So where is cosec x defined? Well, it's defined obviously apart for all values of x, apart from when sine of x equals 0. So it's undefined. So undefined when sine of x equals 0, because obviously when sine of x equals 0, cosec is 1 divided by 0, which is undefined. So undefined when sine x equals 0. When does sine x equal 0? Well, just by looking at a sine graph, we know that it's undefined at 0, or it has a value of 0, the sine graph, at these multiples of pi. So this is just the same as saying that x is a multiple of pi, where k is an integer. So therefore, what this means is that this derivative must hold true for all real values of x, apart from these multiples of pi, because sine x equals 0 at these multiples of pi, when x is these multiples of pi. So therefore, this is true. So true when, sorry, let me write that again. So it's true when x does not equal any multiple of pi, where k is an integer. But for all other values of x in the real numbers, this derivative will be true and it will hold true. So yeah, that concludes today's video.